Chapter 21 Europe Exchange Asia was tries to Europeans were fascinated with Asian products like silk, jade, and porcelain. Trade posts were set up in India and Southeast Asia in the 1500s, but trading with China and Japan wasn't as easy. European trade in Asia. Japan, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Macau. China, India, Calcutta, Sri Lanka, Sumatra, Borneo, Philippines, New Guinea, Java, Australia. Dutch trade post, Dutch trade post, Portuguese trade post, Portuguese trade post, English trade post, Spanish trade post, French trade post, Portuguese trade with China. The Portuguese set up a post in Macau, China, but it was China's way or the highway being the Silk Road. Trade was strictly controlled and not formally recognized by the Chinese government. During the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644, the Chinese were at the height of their power. They didn't trade much. When they did, they requested silver for their goods. Europeans preferred to trade with manufactured goods. What the two countries did exchange was a lot of cultural ideas. Christian missionaries from Portuguese brought the Chinese people things like reading glasses. The Chinese saw the Portuguese the idea of the Confucius and impressed them with their architecture and the wide availability of books. Dutch and English trade with China. The Dutch seized part of the island of Taiwan in the 1630s and 1640, but the Chinese drove them out during the Qing Dynasty in 1661. Though the Dutch did some trading with China after that, it was limited and selective depending on the current leadership. About a century after the Chinese published out the Dutch, the Qing set up a trading post on a small island, but limited trade on October through March. The British followed the Chinese stipulations, but ended up importing way more than they exported and got into debt. Stipulation, the condition, requirement, and demand. The Chinese rejected the British request for better trading policy, resulting in a worse trade conflict years later. Dutch trade with Japan. Trade with Japan was similarly limited. The Portuguese had landed there in the 1540s by chance after being blown off course. Problems arose between the Portuguese and Japanese over religion and European missionaries. When trade with Taiwan didn't work for the Deutsch, they became trading partners with the Japanese. Under strict surveillance, Japan allowed Deutsch to establish a trading post on an island called Deshima, close to Nagasaki. The Dutch remained the only major European trading power in Japan until the 1800s. Key economic developments during Europe's age of exploration. The beginning of capitalism, the start of an economic system in which people invest in trading and goods for profit. Goods were no longer bartered. Trade for other products but were instead traded for money. Silver and gold coins were used, and new banking system and trading companies were created to manage the sale of goods. Mercantilism. Capitalism was largely based on the theory of mercantilism. The major economic theory of the 16th, 17th, and 18th century. This theory said that a nation's worth was based on its supply of gold and silver. It also stressed the importance of having an excess of exports over imports to maintain a favorable balance of trade. Balance of trade. Nations wanted a favorable balance of trade, meaning that the goods they exported would be worth more than those imported. They could make money by selling high-priced products to other nations and spend less money buying less expensive products from other nations. Colonies played a major role in providing both raw material and market for finished goods. All these lead to the development of a market economy, a market driven by a supply and demand of slaves and goods, like sugar. It also led to the rise of the new middle class.